You're tolerating mediocrity. You've accepted it. And you're not doing anything about it. That's the tragic thing. In your head, you're like, well, I guess this is just me now. I'm not cut out for the big leagues. I can't get the girl that I really want, so I guess this one will do. You've accepted mediocrity. Maybe you're texting a girl that doesn't really want to talk to you. Yet you're okay being on the sidelines, like, oh, no, it's fine, whenever you've got the time. And she replies to you 3 or 4 days after you send her a message with the, oh, sorry, I was busy. She don't want to talk to you. You're in a job where your manager hurls abuse at you, but you take it because you're a good little boy and you feel like, well, there's nothing I can do, so let me just stay quiet. What a tragic life that is. Because it doesn't have to be this way. You can do something about it. Your sovereignty is in your control. You can decide, no one's going to talk to me like that. I am my own man, and I can make my own decisions. I'm not at the mercy of someone else, and I don't want to give them the power to destroy my life like that. Now, I get it. If you're working for somebody else, they pay your salary. I get that. But you're not going to be held hostage. You're not going to allow someone who controls your salary to cause you to act like a little bitch because you want to cling on to the job. No. A lot of guys feel like, well, I can't do anything about it, Ali, because they'll fire me. It's how you approach the situation. Be calculated. But for goodness sakes, have a backbone. Because if you start accepting abuse, for example, at the workplace, disrespect, you'll internally make it a part of who you are. So in a relationship, when a woman insults you, you just take it. Because that's just who you are. You don't stand up for yourself. You don't draw a line in the sand and say, hey, slow down. You're not going to talk to me this way. And look, you can do certain things in a polite way, but a firm way. I'm not saying that you have to lose emotional control and start swinging. No. A lot of guys seem to misunderstand what I mean when I say draw a line in the sand and have boundaries. Not telling you to start swinging at people. No. But have a bloody spine, a backbone. It's tragic when I see guys getting abused in their relationship and they don't walk away. I mean, at that point, I believe it's too late for the majority of guys. If your woman is so comfortable disrespecting you, all of a sudden now, if you say, hey, going forward, I won't tolerate this, most of them will just laugh at you and think, oh, so now you want to be Mr. Tough Guy and have boundaries. The last 2 years, I've walked all over you and you didn't do nothing. So at that point, in my opinion, you just got to cut your loss and leave the relationship. However, this is something for you to bear in mind going forward in every situation that you're in, whether it's a relationship or a romantic relationship or a business relationship. Straight away, you don't like something, you say something. You're not going to accept it. You're not going to sit there like a good little boy. You're not going to be patted on the head like, oh, no, you shut up and get back to work, please, yeah? No. I think a lot of guys don't feel like they have the power to change things. You do. You're not crippled. We live in the greatest time in human history in terms of opportunities. And yet so many people feel like, well, this is all I've got. This is all that's going for me. No, you're just too lazy to do something about it, ultimately is what it is. You don't want to find solutions because if you really did, you would have found one. It's not that hard. A lot of guys complain about, the company that they're in, but they won't log on to these job sites and find the job. Or maybe when they do apply, they only apply to one job a week. That ain't enough. You can't apply to one a week and expect, well, there's no opportunities out there, Ali. Come on, you can't be that stupid. Can't be that naive to the realities of life. I mean, it's going to take someone who with a level of determination to change things around. And it all correlates to the standards that you have for yourself. If you have low standards for yourself, you'll accept a crap life. You will. You'll accept a crap salary, crap relationships. You'll live in a crap place, drive a crap car. Not because, this is where I am in my journey. No. You'll convince yourself that, well, I guess this is me. Why do I need a nice car anyways? I mean, this does the job. I mean, people that say things like that for years and years and years on end, but at the same time complain about their job and the income that they have, they make me laugh. Now, look, people are motivated by different things in life, and I get that there are people out there that don't really want to have a nice, well, I say they don't really want to. They're not attached to materialism in the same way. It's probably a better way to phrase that. Because if you would ask any person, I'll buy you a better car, a nicer car, unless there's sentimental value to that car, most people will be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Right? If it's a classic from the 1960s, like a Mercedes 300-Benz 300 SL, then yeah, I mean, there's something right there. And by the way, that car's like £2 or £3 million these days. But for the majority of people, they'll be like, yeah, of course. So most people do want nicer things. But it's almost like a statement of defeat when they say, well, why would I need a nicer car anyways? I mean, they're expensive to run and this, and as long as this one does the job. And it's like, well, hey, no, you've been complaining about the job that you've had for ages. If you were to double or triple your salary, maybe you'd have enough money to buy a nicer car, which will make you feel better about yourself. Not because the car in of itself is directly correlated to your worth as a human being, no. But because the experience of life is more pleasant when you have a car that can massage you and heat up your back as you're driving, maybe a heated steering wheel as well. Little creature comforts that just enhance the human experience. You'll enjoy that. So, if you don't do anything about how crap your life is going right now, if you don't face the situation at hand, if you don't look at your life and think, fuck, okay, this needs to change. I've been accepting mediocrity. The salary that I've been on is shit. The car that I've been driving is shit. From today on, I'm going to start making some changes. Jim Rohn said, you are not a tree, you can move. Get on the job site, start applying. And don't complain after the first day of applying. Well, I haven't had any calls. Keep applying. Someone will see your value and pay you the salary that you want. Someone once told me the best way to get a pay rise, in most cases, is to get another job at a different company. Because most companies, if you've been with them for a while, they're not going to suddenly double your salary or pay you 50% more. They might give you a 10% a year increase, and that's being generous. So the best way to get a pay rise in most cases is just find another job. Okay, so jump on the job sites and start looking, make some calls, connect to people on LinkedIn, ask some friends. I mean, you've got to be resourceful. You can't be the kind of guy that sits around and prays that somebody finds him. That's naive. You've got to get out there. Knock on doors, essentially, is what it is. Right? Okay, this person said no, on to the next. This person said no, on to the next. You don't wave your flag of defeat after the first or second attempt. What does that say about you if you complain immediately after doing something challenging? It means that you don't deserve what you're after, the bigger salary, the nicer car. You don't deserve that if you're complaining immediately after beginning the process of improving your life. So it comes with it. These are growing pains. Okay? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Make a commitment today that going forward, my standards for myself will change. I will no longer accept mediocrity. Enough's enough. I deserve to be on more money because I'm valuable to the marketplace. I deserve to have a woman that treats me well because I treat women well. I'm someone who takes care of himself. So I'm not going to tolerate a woman that treats me with disrespect just because I feel lonely or horny. No. If I have to go 6 months, a year, being a single man, I'll do that. But I'm not going to accept situationships that are not favorable, that don't make me feel good. No. Going forward, my standards to myself have increased. No more crap jobs, no more hookup culture, no more driving a piece of shit car. I'm going to make some commitment. I'm going to make some changes. All right. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know what you think down below. Are you ready to make those changes? If you are, let me know. If you're new here, consider subscribing. See you in the next video.